Welcome aboard the RMS Queen Mary, a majestic ocean liner steeped in history and shrouded in mystery. Join us as we navigate through her storied past, explore her transformation into a floating hotel, and uncover the ghostly legends that haunt her decks. The story of the RMS Queen Mary begins in the late 1920s, a time when the Cunard Line, a prestigious British shipping company, sought to regain dominance in the transatlantic passenger trade. The competition with other liners, especially the German and French lines, was fierce. Cunard envisioned the Queen Mary as the largest and most luxurious ocean liner ever built, designed to outshine all rivals. Construction began at the John Brown and Company shipyard in Clydebank, Scotland, in 1930. However, the Great Depression caused significant delays. By 1934, work resumed in earnest, with over 3,000 skilled workers laboring to complete the ship. Her design was revolutionary, combining power, speed, and unparalleled luxury. The ship was to be a floating palace, featuring opulent staterooms, grand dining rooms, and elegant lounges, all adorned in the Art Deco style. Her hull was constructed with the finest steel, and her engines were capable of propelling her at over 30 knots, making her one of the fastest ships of her era. The Queen Mary was launched on September 26, 1934, by Queen Mary herself, amidst great fanfare. This event marked the beginning of an illustrious career, with the ship symbolizing the zenith of maritime engineering and design. Her maiden voyage was eagerly anticipated, and she promised to offer an unmatched level of comfort and sophistication to her passengers. The Queen Mary embarked on her maiden voyage on May 27, 1936, sailing from Southampton to New York. This journey quickly established her as a symbol of transatlantic travel's golden age. She became the preferred mode of transportation for the elite, including celebrities, royalty, and wealthy individuals. Her luxurious accommodations set new standards in ocean travel, featuring state-of-the-art amenities. The first-class suites were particularly renowned, with private verandas, sumptuous furnishings, and personalized service. The ship boasted several fine dining options, including the opulent first-class dining room, where passengers enjoyed gourmet meals prepared by world-class chefs. Entertainment was equally lavish, with grand ballrooms, theaters, and lounges offering a variety of activities and performances. During the late 1930s, the Queen Mary competed fiercely with the French liner SS Normandy for the Blue Ribbon, a prestigious award for the fastest transatlantic crossing. The rivalry between these two giants of the sea captivated the public's imagination, adding to the allure of transatlantic travel. The Queen Mary set several speed records, solidifying her reputation as one of the most prestigious ocean liners of her time. Her decks were frequented by Hollywood stars, political figures, and business magnates, all of whom reveled in the ship's grandeur and sophistication. This period of glamour and competition, however, was soon overshadowed by the onset of World War II, which would transform the Queen Mary's role dramatically. With the outbreak of World War II in 1939, the Queen Mary's role changed from a luxurious passenger liner to a vital wartime asset. She was swiftly requisitioned by the British government and transformed into a troopship. To avoid detection by enemy forces, the ship was painted in naval gray, earning her the nickname the Gray Ghost. The transformation involved significant modifications, including the removal of her luxurious fittings and the installation of troop bunks to increase her capacity. The ship could now carry up to 16,000 troops at a time, making her one of the largest and fastest troop transports in the world. During the war, the Queen Mary played a crucial role in transporting Allied soldiers across the Atlantic, often navigating perilous waters infested with enemy submarines. Her speed was her greatest asset, allowing her to outrun potential threats and deliver troops safely to their destinations. The Queen Mary participated in several key operations, including the D-Day invasion, where she transported tens of thousands of troops and essential supplies to support the Allied efforts. Her service was not without challenges. The ship faced constant threats from enemy submarines and aircraft, as well as the risk of collisions in the crowded shipping lanes. Despite these dangers, the Queen Mary completed numerous missions without significant incident, earning a reputation for reliability and resilience. One notable incident during this period was the tragic collision with the British cruiser HMS Curacao in 1942, resulting in the loss of over 300 lives. This tragic event underscored the constant dangers faced by the ship during the war. The Queen Mary also hosted several high-profile figures, including Winston Churchill, who used the ship as his headquarters on multiple occasions. By the end of the war, the Queen Mary had transported over 800,000 troops and traveled more than 600,000 miles, playing a crucial role in the Allied victory and earning her place in history. Following the end of World War II, the Queen Mary was decommissioned from military service and underwent an extensive refitting to restore her to her former glory as a passenger liner. This process involved removing the wartime modifications and refurbishing the ship's interiors to their original opulence. The Queen Mary resumed her transatlantic service in 1947, continuing to offer luxurious accommodations and amenities to passengers. The post-war era saw significant changes in the world of travel, with commercial air travel emerging as a faster and more convenient option for crossing the Atlantic. Despite this shift, the Queen Mary remained a popular choice for many travelers, maintaining her reputation for elegance and sophistication. The ship continued to attract celebrities, royalty, and other high-profile passengers, who enjoyed the unique experience of ocean travel. The Queen Mary also participated in several notable events during this period, including hosting the British royal family and other dignitaries. However, the increasing competition from air travel gradually took its toll on the ship's profitability, and it became clear that her days as a transatlantic liner were numbered. By the mid-1960s, the Queen Mary was facing declining passenger numbers and rising operating costs, leading Cunard to make the difficult decision to retire the ship. Her final voyage took her to the port of Long Beach, California, where she was permanently docked and transformed into a floating hotel and museum. This marked the end of an era for the Queen Mary, but also the beginning of a new chapter in her storied history. The rise of commercial aviation in the 1950s and 60s led to a decline in the popularity of ocean liners, as travelers increasingly opted for the speed and convenience of air travel. The Queen Mary, despite her continued elegance and service, could not compete with the growing dominance of airlines. By the mid-1960s, the ship was operating at a loss, and Cunard faced mounting financial pressures. In 1967, after over 3 decades of service, the Queen Mary was retired from active duty. Her final voyage took her to the port of Long Beach, California, where she was permanently docked and transformed into a floating hotel and museum. This marked the end of an era for the Queen Mary, but also the beginning of a new chapter in her storied history. The city of Long Beach purchased the ship for $3.45 million, with plans to preserve her as a historic landmark and tourist attraction. Extensive renovations were undertaken to convert the ship into a hotel and museum, while preserving many of her original features and interiors. The Queen Mary opened to the public in 1971, offering visitors a chance to experience the grandeur of a bygone era. The ship's staterooms were carefully restored to their original splendor, and new amenities were added to enhance the guest experience. The Queen Mary's transformation into a floating hotel and museum ensured that her legacy would continue to be celebrated for generations to come. The Queen Mary's transformation into a hotel brought a new chapter to her story, one filled with ghostly encounters and paranormal activity. Over the years, numerous guests and staff have reported strange occurrences and sightings of apparitions, solidifying the Queen Mary's reputation as one of the most haunted places in the world. These reports have drawn the attention of paranormal enthusiasts, researchers, and ghost hunters, eager to explore the ship's supernatural phenomena. The ship's long and storied history, combined with her many years of service and countless passengers, has contributed to a rich tapestry of ghostly legends. The Queen Mary's haunted reputation has become a major attraction, drawing visitors from around the world who come to experience the ship's eerie atmosphere. The ship offers a variety of haunted tours and events, including nighttime investigations and special Halloween-themed activities. The Queen Mary's haunted history is not just a marketing gimmick. Many of the reported encounters have been documented and investigated by paranormal experts. These ghostly tales add a layer of intrigue and mystique to the ship, making her a unique destination for those interested in the supernatural. The Queen Mary is home to several well-known spirits, each with their own unique stories and histories. One of the most famous is John Petter, a young crewman who was tragically killed in 1966 when a watertight door in the engine room closed on him. Guests and staff have reported seeing his apparition and hearing strange noises near the door where he died. Another famous haunt is the first-class swimming pool, which is no longer in use but remains a hotspot for paranormal activity. Visitors have seen apparitions of women in vintage bathing suits, as well as unexplained wet footprints. The spirit of a young girl named Jackie is also said to haunt the pool area, often heard laughing or calling for her mother. The Queen Mary's engine room is another area known for ghostly encounters, with reports of shadowy figures and sudden drops in temperature. The ship's isolation ward, once used to quarantine passengers with contagious diseases, is also rumored to be haunted. Visitors have reported feeling a sense of unease and hearing disembodied voices in this area. Another notable ghost is that of a woman in white, often seen in the ship's salons and hallways. She is believed to be the spirit of a passenger who died under mysterious circumstances. The Queen Mary's Grand Ballroom is also a site of frequent paranormal activity, with reports of ghostly dancers and unexplained music. These stories, among many others, contribute to the Queen Mary's reputation as one of the most haunted locations in the world. The Queen Mary has been the subject of numerous paranormal investigations, attracting ghost hunters and researchers from around the world. Television shows like Ghost Hunters, Most Haunted, and Ghost Adventures have documented eerie phenomena aboard the ship, capturing evidence of paranormal activity. Investigators have recorded EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, unexplained temperature fluctuations, and even video footage of apparitions. One of the most chilling areas is the engine room, where investigators have experienced sudden drops in temperature and the feeling of being watched. The ship's first-class swimming pool is another hotspot for paranormal activity, with reports of ghostly apparitions and strange noises. The Ghost Alley in the bow of the ship is known for its intense feelings of dread and cold spots, often experienced by visitors and investigators alike. Paranormal experts have also explored the ship's isolation ward, documenting unexplained phenomena such as disembodied voices and shadowy figures. These investigations have only added to the Queen Mary's eerie reputation, making her a must-visit destination for those interested in the supernatural. Many investigators have reported personal experiences aboard the ship, ranging from eerie sensations to direct encounters with apparitions. The Queen Mary's paranormal history has been extensively documented in books, articles, and documentaries, further cementing her status as a haunted hotspot. The ship's haunted tours offer visitors a chance to explore these areas and hear first-hand accounts of ghostly encounters, providing a unique and thrilling experience. Maintaining the Queen Mary as a hotel and museum presents significant challenges. The ship's age and constant exposure to saltwater have taken a toll on her structure, requiring ongoing restoration and preservation efforts. Over the years, numerous projects have been undertaken to preserve the Queen Mary's historical integrity and ensure her safety for visitors. These efforts include reinforcing the hull, refurbishing the interiors, and updating the amenities to meet modern standards. The preservation of the Queen Mary is a labor of love, involving the dedication of experts, historians, and volunteers committed to keeping her legacy alive. The ship's status as a historic landmark and tourist attraction has helped secure funding and support for these restoration projects. Despite financial and logistical challenges, the goal is to keep the Queen Mary afloat and accessible to future generations. The ship continues to serve as a unique destination, offering visitors a chance to step back in time and experience the grandeur of a bygone era. The Queen Mary's ongoing preservation is a testament to her enduring significance and the efforts of those who work tirelessly to maintain her. The ship's preservation efforts have included restoring her original Art Deco interiors, preserving her historic machinery, and ensuring that her structural integrity is maintained. These projects are vital to keeping the Queen Mary open to the public and ensuring that her history is preserved for future generations to appreciate. Today, the Queen Mary offers a range of attractions and tours for visitors, providing a comprehensive experience of her rich history and ghostly legends. Guests can stay in the ship's hotel rooms, dine in her restaurants, and explore her many exhibits. The Queen Mary's staterooms have been carefully preserved and updated to offer modern comforts while retaining their historic charm. The ship's dining options include fine dining restaurants, casual eateries, and bars, providing a variety of culinary experiences. Guided tours, including historical and haunted tours, provide an in-depth look at the ship's past and the legends that surround her. The Queen Mary's historical tours cover her construction, service during World War II, and post-war career, offering a fascinating glimpse into her storied history. Haunted tours explore the ship's paranormal phenomena, taking visitors to known hotspots for ghostly encounters. The Queen Mary also hosts a variety of special events, including weddings, corporate events, and themed parties. One of the most popular events is the annual Halloween event, Dark Harbor, which transforms the Queen Mary into a haunted attraction, drawing crowds of thrill-seekers eager to experience the ship's spooky side. The ship's exhibits include artifacts from her transatlantic crossings, memorabilia from her time as a troop ship, and displays highlighting her haunted history. The Queen Mary also offers educational programs and workshops, providing a unique learning experience for visitors of all ages. These attractions and tours ensure that the Queen Mary remains a vibrant and engaging destination, drawing visitors from around the world to experience her rich history and ghostly allure. Many visitors to the Queen Mary have shared their own ghostly encounters, adding to the ship's mystique and reputation. From eerie feelings in the hallways to full-bodied apparitions, these personal accounts offer a compelling glimpse into the ongoing legacy of the Queen Mary. Some guests have reported seeing shadowy figures in their rooms, hearing disembodied voices, or feeling cold spots. Others have experienced more intense phenomena, such as objects moving on their own or feeling an unseen presence. These testimonials provide a unique perspective on the Queen Mary's haunted history, highlighting the experiences of those who have encountered the supernatural aboard the ship. The Queen Mary's ghostly reputation has drawn paranormal enthusiasts, investigators, and curious visitors from around the world, each hoping to experience the ship's eerie atmosphere. These personal stories and experiences contribute to the Queen Mary's enduring allure, making her a must-visit destination for those interested in the paranormal. Many visitors have shared their experiences through blogs, social media, and review sites, adding to the wealth of stories and legends associated with the ship. These first-hand accounts provide a rich tapestry of ghostly encounters, further enhancing the Queen Mary's status as one of the most haunted places in the world. The ship's haunted tours offer visitors a chance to hear these stories and explore the areas where paranormal activity has been reported, providing a unique and thrilling experience. These visitor experiences and testimonials ensure that the Queen Mary's haunted legacy continues to captivate and intrigue those who visit her. Thank you for joining us on this voyage through the history and haunts of the RMS Queen Mary. As she continues to stand as a testament to maritime engineering and a hotspot for paranormal activity, the Queen Mary remains an enduring icon. Until next time, stay curious and stay haunted.